Hello! Today, new live, new day. We will be talking about tournaments on Dofus with Shax today. Yeah, it's really interesting to be able to talk about these topics. We've been preparing for a long time, and now we can finally reveal what we've been working about. There was a blog post that we posted about the upcoming events that are coming into our tournament scene. And today we're having a live to share with you how it's gonna work and to answer your questions. We will also, at the end of the live, talk about 2026. And we will be able to show you what's gonna be starting. And we're now like a couple days away from the first tournament. We will be trying a new format for the first tournament of the year. And we want to show you how it's going to be working to make sure that everyone's understanding what's going to be happening and to show you what we thought and to reduce the blockers to have like the most accessible tournament. We will be repeating a lot of stuff that was written in the news, but that's on purpose. We will go a bit more in detail, and it's gonna be the right timing to like exchange, like talk about, like discuss, go back and forth. We want to answer the questions that are related to this live. If you're asking questions about the UI, we won't be talking about that during the live. If you have any question related to what we're talking about, ask away. We might be answering some questions while we're presenting stuff. Don't hesitate. Ask away your questions in the chat. Let's go. Let's start the PowerPoint. All right, let's go. For 2025, we talked in the live. We will be going back on the Coliseum Open Tournament that we the acronym is KOT in internal, but then we will be talking about the Dofus Championship. We won't be diving too deep into that. It's gonna be like October and November, but we will be doing a bit of a reminder of that. Then Dofus Games, that's the PVM tournaments. We will be not giving all of the Dofus Games details. It's gonna be in December, but we want to remind you that it's gonna be happening and that we're not forgetting the PVM players. And at the end, we will be talking about the vision for 2026. How are we foreseeing what's gonna happen in terms of tournament for the year 2026? And yeah, that's gonna be the program for today. First off, in 2025, the 4 dates that you need to remember. The first one is the Coliseum Open Tournament. It's going to be starting this Thursday in 3 days, and it will be lasting all the way to Sunday of the next week. Then the Dofus Championship qualifier. That's gonna be the championship is gonna be in November to December, and these events are gonna be more esports. And then the Dofus Games, that's gonna be the PVM tournament for everyone on December 20th and 21st. Yeah, the date might change, but yeah, if ever it's a bit moved, it might happen. The goal is to have it on that date. We will be talking about... We'll start with the Coliseum Open Tournament with a slight English accent. We want it to be open to everyone. It's gonna be different from the qualifiers where you need to register. Sorry. This one is gonna be on the tournament server in free loot. It's 3v3 level 200. You can multi-account in there. That's like the default format for PvP. The least constraints possible to register, to participate. You don't have to register. You can go on the tournament server from your own account. There might be some like maintenance going around right now, but starting from tomorrow, for sure you'll be able to do that. The goal is to be able to use your main account. Like the beta, you log in, it's like a free loot area where you can have like access to every equipment possible. You create your character, you get the gear that you want, and then you can register to Colosseum. If you want to play multi-account, you log in with multiple accounts, and if not, you just play a solo. It's just like classic Colosseum. It's really simple. You can change your class with a potion. The specific thing is that multi-account is authorized, so that's new. But now, in 2025, there's not gonna be any mono-account tournament. Everyone is grouped up in the same thing. Usually, like historically, playing mono-account is a bit stronger. Playing multi-accounts is more simple. Obviously, you can play alone if you don't have teammates. But in terms of like results, it's usually better to be like mono-account. There's gonna be... Here you can see the map, but it's an individual leaderboard. Everyone will be showing on the leaderboard based on their victories and their defeats. So it's like a win rate formula. You have like a delay in which you can play, like a duration of the tournament. Every time you win, you get some points, basically. If you get more than 20 wins, we only take 20. Okay. So it's your number of victories, of wins, multiplied by your win rate. So the more you have win rate, the more you have of wins, it's gonna be better. But if you get... So yeah, the best way to get the best score is to have 20 matches with 20 wins. That's gonna be having like the perfect score. If you have 20 wins, but you have like a shit win rate, you can still fight more and try to increase your win rate to climb the ladder. So they want to like favor people that play enough to win at least 20 times, but still have a good win rate while doing so. I might... there's no class balancing that's gonna be coming in 3.3. So a lot of people are not liking the Oza because it's too strong, but especially it's mostly in 1v1 that it's too strong. In terms of 3v3, the Oza is good, but not overtuned. If you look at the stats right now, there are some classes that are better than the others, but obviously, maybe you want to take these classes in your team or take classes that are good against these classes. In terms of 3v3, it's better balance than in 1v1. They're talking about the Oza still. No registration. The servers are always open, but the Colosseum fights are gonna be only open on some specific 3-hour windows where we're gonna show them. So it's gonna be from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. starting on Thursday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. So 5 days total. The server is gonna be open either today or tomorrow. But the server is gonna be open until the 23rd at the maintenance. Colosseum is only gonna be available at these times specific. You don't have to be there in every day. You can just come one day on Sunday. You might not be at the top of the leaderboard, but you can come here and like benefit from that high activity to try out Colosseum in tournament servers. Because of the 20 wins maximum, you don't have to be there like all of the 5 days for 3 hours to get 20 wins. Normally you should be able to get 20 wins. You can only only take part in Colo at these times and only in 3v3. So only, yeah. People were worrying about the not having anyone to play a Colosseum on the normal servers, but only in these hours it's gonna be on the tournament server. After that it's gonna be closed, so people are gonna migrate back to the normal servers. The leaderboard is gonna be on the website, and also we will be live for the AnkamaLive to discuss about the tournament. Maybe we will be playing live, but during these times we will be live on the AnkamaLive channel to discuss and play and talk about the tournament. One last thing about the Osamodas. The last update was the Osa rework. That's because of the the recent rework. A lot of people are playing Osa, so that's why it's highly present in the leaderboard. It doesn't mean like it's super strong, it's just that a lot of people want to try it, want to try hard. Same thing when they reworked the Exceller. Exceller was everywhere in the leaderboard, it got nerfed, but we think that Osa is not the same situation. It's more balanced. Yes, in 1v1 it's a bit too strong, but in 3v3 we think it's not gonna be impact negatively the quality of the tournament. We don't not care about the 1v1. We could talk about the balancing for years. Obviously everyone has their opinion. Let's talk about the rewards about this Colosseum Open Tournament. The goal is that each win is gonna be rewarded. You're gonna get Colo tokens that you can 250 Colo token per win that are gonna be available on the normal servers. And usually it's a bit better than what you will on average get in the normal servers. Each victory will get you 250. Obviously if you're playing like top of the leaderboard on the classic server, you're gonna get more, but that's like to be even for everyone. Each time you win a fight, it's gonna give you a consumable. When you click on the consumable, it's gonna put the Colo tokens in the gift interface. So you can go into your normal server and claim that gift. Don't forget to use the consumable. If you don't use the consumable on the tournament server and the server closes, you're gonna be losing these rewards. The top 25 of the leaderboard is gonna get tournament token, it's gonna be a new system for the rewards of the tournaments. It's gonna be tokens that you can use at NPC to buy the tournament related what's it called, cosmetics at an NPC. And it's got to be two types of tokens: warrior turner tokens and monster turner tokens for the PVM content. And you're gonna get less and less reward the less you're placed in the top 25. So one cosmetic is gonna be getting one cosmetic item costs 100 tokens. The top 16, and there's like a shield, golden shield of the tournament that costs 300, so only the top one will be getting enough tokens to buy the biggest shield, and the top 16 will have enough tokens to... Yeah, it gives more choices. If you're top one, you can pick 3 items, 3 normal items, or the like golden shield. And if you're not like, if you don't have enough tokens but you participate in another tournament, you might be able to if the tournament, if people are happy with that, it's gonna be coming again, and you can stack up on these tokens, and eventually you'll be able to buy the cosmetics. If you are 25th, you're gonna just get like 10 tokens. 10 tokens is not gonna be able to buy anything, but the goal with these tokens is to be able to like reward people that are not placed high enough to get an item. With this you can get like half an item's worth of tokens, and if you place again in that same range, you'll be able to buy like a... Everyone's gonna get rewards with the Colo tokens. Every tournament there's gonna be like these tokens and the Colo tokens. Never again we will be giving straight up the cosmetics. You will be giving tokens that are gonna be scaling based on the scale of the tournament. Yeah, so there's all the existing cosmetics for tournaments, the shields, gold, bronze, silver, and there might be some new items, cosmetics, that are going to be coming to that NPC shop. Do you have any questions, or do we go to talk about the qualifiers? It starts on Thursday, and you can pick any class, and you can have like class change potions. You can change class between each fight, and it doesn't really reset your leaderboard placement. There's a couple of changes in the matchmaking. We won't be talking about it because it's not public information, but there's a couple of changes so that it's more interesting for the tournament. One thing that we can talk about is that was on the news already. There's not gonna be any changes if you... Okay, there's no matchmaking difference if you queue up as 1 or 2 or 3. Right now, on the normal servers, if you queue up as a team of 3, the matchmaking is trying to match you with another team of 3. In the tournament, there's no distinction. Any team is considered equal. So that's one of the changes. The vision that we want to have for the tournament is we want to be a fun and cool tournament. We just want to go back into it. It's been 1 year since there wasn't a tournament, so the goal is just to try some stuff, try PvP for the first time even. Come to this tournament with if it was on the normal servers, just play Colosseum like you would normally do. If you want to really try hard, the next tournament, the qualifiers, is gonna be much more sweaty. Obviously, people are gonna want to win, but the goal is to have a fun and accessible tournament. If you never played Colosseum tournaments, this is the right moment for you to try that. Just queue up in the scheduled times and you'll be able to have all the... Oh, someone is asking about if you do a team of 3 and you are placed on the top 3, you will get a bunch of rewards. If you own the top 3 characters on the tournament, yeah, you'll get a lot of... The devs misunderstood the question and they're talking about the colo tokens. It's gonna be interesting in terms of monetary rewards, but it's not gonna be unbalanced the economy. A lot of people might be frustrated in the normal Colosseum because their gear is not on par with the other gear, the other players. But this is the occasion for you to check your skill, because everyone's gonna have the same gear, the same optimized gear. Every gear is accessible. So he's confirming, yes, that if you have multiple accounts in the top 25, you will get, yes, Torna tokens on all of your accounts, but they're linked to the account. These tokens will be given a bit after the tournament end. So normally the tournament ends on the 21st, the 23rd update releases, so you'll be able to have the tournaments at that point. The tokens, I mean. No legendary pets and no maging, and you will get the passive +1 AP, +1 MP. Yeah, +1 range as well. They were asking themselves if they wanted to add 1 summon, but they didn't. Maybe in the future, but for now, summoning classes are already strong enough in PvP, so we don't want to... Yeah, no exo summon. If you lose, you won't be able to blame your gear. You can blame us on the balance team, but you don't... you can't blame the gear. You can look at all the resources online. You can look at this to theorycraft and get the best gear for your class. If you have more questions, we will be able to answer that at the end of the live. We'll go to the second part, which is the Dofus Championship. There's going to be more info later, so we're going to be more surface information today. So these ones are going to be teams of 3 or 4, still multi-account authorized, but usually it's still 3v3, but sometimes you have 4 players with a rotation depending on the classes that are drafted. You can play solo, yeah. There's going to be a first step of qualifier from the 9th of October to the 2nd of November. Oh, there's gonna be rounds of fixed compositions. Later, there's gonna be draft. If you're new to tournaments, drafting is pretty hard. So you will be... Okay, so you will be registering with some restrictions on your team composition, but you register as a team composition fixed that will respect some rules. And then you'll have like rounds that will be doing a leaderboard, and the top 32 teams is gonna be on the final phase with a double elimination bracket with drafting. So when you lose your best of 3 against another team, you go to the loser bracket, and then you have a second chance to like win and get to the finals. Yeah. Double elimination bracket is pretty common, but basically you have a second life. If you lose your first match, you're not out. You go to the loser bracket. But if you lose a second time, then you're gonna be eliminated for the tournament. So yeah, the final phase of the draft is gonna be in draft. So we pick bands. It's gonna be the perfect, ideal format for competitive, but it's not easy to learn, because you need to know all of the classes and you need to know the meta and stuff like that. This one is gonna be requiring you to register. So we'll be giving all of the info about that at the end of September. The Colosseum tournament is a chill tournament to come back, start again with the tournaments, but this one is gonna be more the try hard. Then the next phase is gonna be a championship for 8 teams. Every match is gonna be a draft format. That's a specific thing here. We don't know if it's gonna everyone's gonna be happy about it. There's gonna be 8 teams, 6 coming from the qualifier, and 2 guest teams. They are aware of that. They accepted the invitation. We will have Solari, of course. That's gonna be invited. One of the best teams from the last years. We want to have like a big event this year. We want them to be present. And then Rafale is gonna be there as well. Rafale won the Masters last year. They're one of the best teams in the last 4 years. So these 2 teams are gonna be for sure there. They won't be allowed in the qualifier. We made this choice knowing that it's only 2 teams out of the 8, and they didn't steal their place. Maybe some of their roster have changed, but still they're iconic teams with like veteran players. Yeah, we're happy with this choice. So you have 6 places that are gonna be able to get from the qualifier. There's gonna be a cash prize. We will be selling on the shop some packs that you can contribute to the cash prize. We know that in the past sometimes it was really, the cash prize went really high, so there might be a really good prize for the winners, and then at the end there's gonna be a final match that's gonna be in person. So yeah, we will give you more info about this at the end of September. Today was like the first touch point on that, and we will get you more info later. I saw a couple of questions of people who were worried about not having the draft for the first tournament. It's not because the first tournament, the KOT, doesn't have the draft. Doesn't mean we're going away from the draft. It's been a year since we hadn't had a tournament for a lot of reasons that are explained already in the news. But right now we're just trying to get back into it. We want to get back slowly into it. One that looks a bit more like Colosseum. Slowly ramp up. And to be honest, if you are part of the best, you're gonna reach the final phase of the qualifier, the top 32, and you will be building drafts. If you want to try hard, you can, because there's gonna be a lot of competition to reach the final of the championship. The level is expected to be extremely high. Qualifiers for everyone. Everyone can participate, just make a team. Even if you don't think you have the level, you can still live the tournament experience, getting there. But obviously, if you want to like go through the different phases, you'll need to be part of the best. Let's talk PVM now. It's almost gonna be the end of the... Alright, so PVM is gonna be called the Dofus Games. Normally in December for the first edition. It's gonna be a recurring PVM tournament. It's not gonna be every week, of course, but once in a while, with specific challenges, special challenges. Maybe some of you watched the Z event special fight, or you watched last year's tournament. But you will be able to see we have more and more technical possibilities for the dream, as you can see in the dreams, as you can see in Gargandias. So we have a lot of ideas. We will be pushing the challenge to the max with yeah, different stuff, like we have different modifiers that we can apply to the fights, like 5 times hit with your weapon every turn. It's gonna be teams of 4. Once again, multi-account is authorized. Everyone can participate. But in PVM, usually you think like playing one person is better, but having four brains to tackle this challenge is gonna be better. Yeah, it takes a lot of time as well to like change your gear on all 4 characters if you're playing all 4 characters, but generally we think that having 4 players is gonna be always better than one guy piloting 4 characters. So that's why we allow multi-account. Maybe you guys will prove me wrong, and that it's actually gonna be one single person playing 4 characters that is gonna win, but we want to like allow every format. So the first edition is gonna be, like I said, the goal is to have it on 20 to 21st December. There's a lot of technical stuff to adjust. The theme is gonna be Divine Dimensions. Every Dofus game is gonna have a theme. For now, yeah, since Ozawa just came out, we will be taking this dimension and the other 4 to like create some interesting fights. There's gonna be a cash prize actually, like you will be winning cash and also the Torna tokens specific to PVM. There's gonna be new cosmetics related to tournaments of PVM. There wasn't any PVM tournament in the past, so we're introducing new stuff. A new gear, a new cosmetic gear, cosmetic set, sorry. and we will be showing you that at the end of the year. And if you're in the top people from that tournament, you're gonna get tokens, and then you can spend those tokens in the shop. Once again, it allows us to be more granular in the rewards. And the goal is to have like recurring tournaments. You can get a bit of tokens every tournament, and eventually you can have enough to buy one cosmetic part or even multiple cosmetic parts. We will definitely talk back on that later during the year. PVM players are not forgotten, that's for sure. In the August news, we were talking about that. PVM tournaments require a lot more technical work than PvP tournaments, because there's a lot more content in the game that's added to be able to compete in game. So the leaderboard of the Titan, the Dreams leaderboard. But for tournaments, we need a lot of work to design and to set up the stuff in advance, a lot more than the PvP tournaments. So that's why we don't have as frequent PVM tournaments as PvP. Even though we know that a lot more people are playing PVM than people playing PvP, but because of these constraints, we'll have less PVM tournaments. There's gonna be recurring PVM tournaments. We don't forget about you, PVM players, but it's not gonna be every 2 months. You're gonna have like a crazy, incredible tournament for you. So don't expect that. Last slide is about the vision for the future, not only 2026, but like for the foreseeable future. The goal is to have into 2026. We're getting close to the end of the year, so we want to continue to create tournaments, both PvP and PVM. We want to continue making tournaments on the tournament server, obviously, because it's the best competitive environment. But also, we want to add back some tournaments that will use your own optimization. Historically, there was Gold Terminator. There was a re-edition of Gold Terminator in 2023 that was asking you to bring your own gear. But these kind of tournaments have kind of disappeared with the time. In PVM, there's never been like a tournament using your own gear. Maybe some events from time to time, but we want to bring that back. And a lot of people asked about it. And also on that point, I want to get your opinion on the chat between... What's the question again? Okay, they're asking in the chat, like they're creating a survey in the chat. Do you prefer tournament server or do you prefer bring your own gear? So you can vote in the chat, not in my chat obviously. But yeah, so you can't vote both. The goal is to see which one people are preferring. Obviously a lot of people were saying both because everyone is happy. We predicted that 60% would be voting for the beta servers, and we were approximately right. It's interesting to see that. It's pretty split. It's not 50-50, but closer to... A lot of people are saying we don't give a fuck about the tournament server, we want to play our own characters, but a lot of people like are doing the opposite. Are saying the opposite. Yeah. Obviously, like tournament server allow you to like rank the actual skill of the player and not like the commas that they have or the time that they have been playing. But obviously we're attached to our character and we want to put that character to the test. Yeah. Obviously it's gonna be uneven naturally. If you play your own character, some equipments are worth multiple hundreds of millions if they're pretty well maged. But obviously there's gonna be some inequity. I'm not agreeing with people who are saying casuals are gonna be voting a 1. If you're a casual player, you don't really want to optimize. You're gonna face a player that has like 10 times your worth. You're gonna lose. It's not gonna be a fun time for you. When you're playing PVM, you don't have to have like super optimized gear like you do in PvP. And not everyone needs to be super optimized. Thanks for the survey, thanks for your answers. A lot more people are voting for tournament servers. I thought it was the other way around because not a lot of tournaments have been happening in the past where you bring your own gear. But people are voting for tournament server, but still there's a lot of people voting for both, so it's relevant to do both tournaments style. Obviously, like we know that the people watching the live about the tournaments are used to have like tournament servers, so that's why we're aware that this survey is not gonna be unbalanced. Sorry. Yeah. The people watching the lives are a quite big sample size, so obviously like some people are voting here and they won't be making any tournaments in their live. The goal is to make tournaments for people who want to play tournaments, and we're hoping that a lot of people will be saying yes to come play to our tournaments. They're discussing about the results. Yeah, for the next part, starting from 2026, we want to maybe go back to Classic Colosseum, be able to apply your own optimization into some tournaments and have like a balanced quantity of tournaments of both types. For all the people saying that since 2018, every tournaments are in the tournament servers, and so it's gonna destroy the economy. A lot of people are saying that. We're not talking about crazy amounts of people playing the tournaments compared to the daily players, so it's not gonna affect the economy. A lot of people want to like get all of the achievements that need a lot of optimization and stuff like that. So there hasn't been a single tournament requiring your gear in the last 8 years, but we want to bring that back. And we don't think it's gonna be destroying the economy. Okay. Do we have news about the tournament server? Looking at it. Don't display my screen for now, please. Yeah, I'm gonna look at my own chat. Istas for game director, let's go. They're talking about when the server is gonna open, doing less adjustments. Should be coming pretty soon. you'll have a restriction of 5 characters. You can make 5 characters on the tournament servers and you can reroll. Obviously, like it removes your spells. But if you have 5 days of the tournaments and you have 5 characters, for the other tournament later on, you have like tournament accounts where you have all of the classes. In 15 minutes, there's gonna be like a written news that's gonna recap everything that we talked, and we will have all the rules set. And it's gonna be at the end of September that we'll have details about the Dofus Championship. Hydrate, thank you, Exam. For the KOT, it's one. If you create multiple characters, all of these characters are going to be distinct on the leaderboard. So, if you want to change class, you have to use a potion. We're not going to be answering questions about non-tournament related questions. On Dofus Touch, they did it a while ago. There might be a weight on each class. Like the Ozamadas is worth 5 points. Another class that's going to be worth 2 points. There's going to be a system like that for the qualifier. So it's going to be this logic. We did the same thing for the 20-year tournament last year. It's going to be the same thing or similar this year. If there are some characters that have... He says that it's going to be alphabetical order. But if like the scoring system makes 2 people even, it's either going to be using your rating or you'll be even and you will get all the same rewards. Yeah, so if 2 people are tied at the top, they both get the first place rewards and then the third person gets the third place rewards. People are thinking that you can have like multiple people. There is going to be 20 wins out of 20 matches. We don't want to do any 5v5 for PvP. Competitive PvP, we want to like keep 3v3. We're not uninterested into 1v1, 2v2 or 5v5, but Dofus shines better on 3v3. We know that 1v1 is the simplest to do, so it's concerning a lot of people. And we know that when it's simple to participate, it's a lot of more players play. That's why we want to have a simple tournament. There is like the Tarkan Cup organized by Tarkan, but you always have to like make some adjustments in the rules because the game is not specifically like entirely balanced for 1v1. So that's not the goal here. The goal in game designing Dofus, balancing the classes, is to make every class like good at a bunch of stuff, not just 1v1. So by design, the 1v1 is unbalanced. And so that's why we don't want to like put the focus on 1v1 championships and stuff like that. Typically, like community-driven tournaments like Tarkan Cup, we're happy about that, and we want to like give our assistance to these people, and we will continue doing that. Alright, we will try to show you the tournament server. And in any case, it's going to be opening really quickly. and you will be able to prepare before Thursday. Might have missed some questions. I'm gonna read real quick. Tournament related questions, please. Oh, they're updating their client real quick. They had to build a new client. It's been published. We're downloading it on your PC, and we will be making sure that everything's okay, and then we will show you. It's half. Obviously, the 1v1 is taken in account for balancing, but not all of the balancing changes are designed for 1v1. We want to like take every game mode, 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, 5v5, PVM, in consideration where we're balancing stuff. It makes sense to have like kind of a rock, paper, scissors system where one class is better than another, who's better than another, and sometimes a class is just too strong in everything, which might be the case right now, but is there some draft system in 1v1? In any case, you always like kind of end up having some really complex matches, even with draft.
Le système de code boosting n'existe plus en fait. C'est systématiquement la plus haute cote du groupe qui est prise en compte pour l'évolution de la cote. Donc du coup en fait ça ne sert à rien de faire du code boosting si vous prenez un perso qui
It isn't useful if you take one character with a high rating and two low rates. It's only taking in consideration the higher rate to do the matchmaking. So like smurfing is not really useful anymore. Maybe one NPC will look like an interrogation mark, but we might be able to show you the server to show you how simple it's gonna be. Do you need to be subscribed for the tournament server? I'm not sure. I think we modified it. We did modify it for the tournament, so it's not required. Normally, it's not required to be subbed to play on the tournament server. They're getting some info, maybe? We don't know yet. We don't have the answer yet. Sorry. We will see. I'm gonna take a note and I'm gonna answer that later. It's a good question. Normally we made sure that it's available for non-subs. We don't want to blocking for the Colosseum. Tournament server should be available. So the tournament server, you use your own accounts on the. You don't have tournament accounts, but for the next tournament for the qualifier, it's gonna be tournament accounts. So you have like every item, every class, every character. We want to make it super simple for the first tournament. You just log into your account, you click the server, the tournament server, you create your character, and then you're good to go. Just gonna log in with the admin account to see if everything's good. They're talking about KTA accounts. They're not classical accounts. Classic accounts. There's already some people logged into the tournament server apparently. Don't show my screen yet, please. Just we rebooted the server, so normally it's accessible. Okay, so I'm gonna take a random account of mine. Just make it full screen. There's not gonna be the new legendary items on the new tournament server. Some modifications were done on the beta. On the Ebony, new Dofus, Black Spotted, legendary items adjustments. All of this is gonna be on 3.3, and the tournament server is still on 3.2, so all of this is not gonna be available on the tournament server. There seems to be a bug.
Non, c'est un compte classique.
Ah oui, non, mais c'est. Ouais, essaye avec ton compte admin.
Oui, compte admin, je peux.
Ok, parfait.
Use your admin account.
Oui, c'est. Parce que faut que je vérifie 2-3 trucs.
Classic Ankama situation.
Ah oui, ok. Très marrant. En fait, c'est un pseudo d'un joueur.
Ok.
C'est ça que je comprenais pas en fait, parce que c'est le même pseudo qu'un joueur PvP habituel. Juste, je crois que j'étais en train de répondre à pourquoi reprendre les comptes tournois par la suite.
Why are we going back to the tournament accounts later? So tournament accounts have like all 19 classes, so it's easier for drafting than like just class change potions.
Tac. Ok, et ben écoute, on peut afficher mon écran.
We can show my screen.
Comme ça, on va voir ce que vous pourrez faire. Donc concrètement,
there we go.
Bah là, j'ai juste sélectionné le serveur tournoi. Concrètement.
So I just selected tournament server.
Vous aurez donc dans la liste. D'ailleurs, je sais pas si on peut montrer ça.
Maybe we can show it.
Non,
we can't.
Je fais jamais ça. Ouais, je l'ai fait.
Okay, there we go. Click here.
Donc là, voilà, vous avez la liste des serveurs ici.
Okay, so you have the list of servers. This is the tournament server. You click on it. You don't have it. You see, but you can click on play. But I'm like an admin, so I can say. I create a character. Random Akledak name. I'm playing in a Nutrof. You log into the game and you see obviously the tutorial. I'm gonna skip the tutorial because I know the game a bit. You get out of the temple. And instantly you are level 200 and in the right area. Close all the pop-ups. And you are in the free loot area. It's like the beta, but it looks a bit tournament-y. You can see the mounts, the pets, which are not rendering properly, scrolls, and then you can use the zap. You can use a gobble. You can use a gobble set if you want. It's gonna be a good challenge. But it's this. This is exactly like the beta server. You can get 50 million kamas. Can we get that on the official server? I tried. And once, yeah, this area is connected to the tournament area. So here you see like the push. There's like a paddock, so you can use your mount, and then you have the unlimited pods, unlimited class change potions, and that's it. You create your character, you optimize it as you wish, you buy the common spells. Takes a bit of time to set up, buy the scrolls and stuff like that, and then you just press K, you open the Colosseum. For now it's blocked, but on Thursday at 8 PM you will be able to find matches, and it shows an error right now. It's normal.
Ça sera pas ce message-là qu'ils auront, mais je crois que c'est un compte admin.
It's not gonna be this error message, but since I'm an admin account,
Pas terminé à 23h, du coup, à chaque fois en fin de session,
if you are not done with your match and it's
vous pourrez continuer.
11 p.m., you will be able to finish it, but you won't be able to queue later than... So yeah, no maging, but you have 1 AP, 1 MP, 1 range.
Ouais, dès qu'on a
Server is gonna be available starting today, so you can log in, create your characters, but
avec des problèmes et d'ici
we're gonna make sure that there's no problems.
après la fin du live.
Let's say 15 minutes after the end of the live, you should be able to log in.
Désolé, mais ce serait Modas préféré.
No summon exo.
On sait qu'il y a
Sorry to the Ozamadas, for the Ozamadas.
on n'a pas d'exo invo.
We're thinking about it, but for now, we decided to have no summon exo
Il y a une limite de
in the
match
buff.
quotidienne.
Is there a daily match limit?
Bah, de manière globale, sur le Coliseum, il y a une limite de match quotidien.
Globally on Colosseum, there's a limit, but in 3 hours you won't be able to reach that limit. So it's like you had unlimited.
Directement en inventaire, bah en fait,
It's-
c'est lié au fait que c'est votre compte.
Why are the items not straight up in the inventory?
Tous les stuff en inventaire, mais
Once again, this is
on sait que c'est un
between
on l'a remarqué
having
depuis des années.
tournament accounts where every class is there, every item is in your inventory, or you create your character on your server, but in that way we don't have the possibility to
Un peu les deux sous les
generate all the items in your inventory, so you need to like...
Si je dis pas de bêtises, si je me souviens bien, le combat il est arrêté. Vous gagnez.
Normalement, non, finalement.
Oh, they're not sure about
C'est comme
if the fight continues after 11 p.m. or no.
ça me touche aussi parce que ce point a été discuté, mais le
We discussed about it, but
si on abandonne un combat, bah, vous avez les pénalités classiques. Enfin,
if you leave a fight, you have like the normal penalties.
intéressant, bah, vous pourrez pas vous réinscrire.
You won't be able to queue up back again.
J'ai un gros doute sur les tours. Où c'est autorisé.
It's like after a certain number of turns, you're allowed to
Comme sur
give up.
officiel.
just like the same rules as official servers.
Écoutez, voilà. Je pense que
I think that's all.
ça, vous aurez accès à ça d'ici vraiment.
You will be able to access this really soon.
Migration sur serveur officiel, désolé.
You won't be able to server change that character into the official server, of course.
Ouais, je crois qu'on a fait le tour de toutes les questions.
Peut-être juste repasser sur les dates très rapidement.
Just gonna do a recap of the dates
Parce que c'est le plus important.
for my friend Hayeko.
Ça arrive très vite.
Just came in to the chat. Alright, let's see.
C'est pas bon. Tac. Ok. Écoutez,
There you go.
donc les
Just
dates
gonna-
de ce tournoi
I'm not hiding anything.
ce jeudi à 20h.
This tournament starts at Thursday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, from 8 to 11 p.m. The goal is to like have everyone play at the same time to make sure that there's good matchmaking. If you lag it at 4 a.m., you might have a hard time to find other players. The goal is to have like a tournament spirit. This is the time of the tournament. Everyone logs in at the same time, and you're gonna have like quick matchmaking on 5 days for 3 hours each time. Quick reminder, you can win some colotacons, you can win some cosmetics. The leaderboard's gonna be on the website. And normally, 3 minutes ago, the written news about this live was released. Why is it level 200? It's once again to like have all the players play at the same meta. We think the level 200 meta is the most interesting for Theorycraft. If at some point we have like 50k players who want to play at level 50, we will be doing it. But for now, it's not. Most of the players are playing in a way that they level up to level 200 and then they do PvP stuff. We could do eventually other level bracket tournaments. But like if some people want to like make their own, organize their own tournaments, you can do it. But yeah, so far we want to like reduce the matchmaking time, so have everyone play at the same. There's a lot of 199 PvP as well, but it's more fast fights, just more farming usually. But to be really competitive, usually we have like the level 200 players which are fitting with the mentality of that. It's kind of a cycle because all the tournaments are level 200, then people play actually in level 200 in the normal game, so then we organize level 200 tournaments. But, yeah. Other stuff could be interesting, but so far we want to stick to level 200. No ornament for the PvP rewards. That maybe we can take one last question. Thanks for the raid. Someone raided them. It's a bit late, but we just said one last question. I missed that question. On the balance, we talked about on the start of the live. It's not that we want to skip this question, but we already answered that question. We encourage you to participate. Reminder that we will be doing like an AnkamaLive to cast some matches, to play some matches, to discuss about the tournament. We'll see about that. Some people in some players internally played the dreams, but they finished their fights with Doom. So okay, some content creators are gonna be live as well for the tournament. I will showcase these names. A couple people contacted me saying we're gonna be live. We'll have Ozigod, there we go, these names are gonna be live. The Ankama affiliates are gonna be participating. We'll have rewards to be able to give away in their streams. You can watch, you can take part, you can both watch the stream at the side and play at the same time. Oh shit. Oh no, it's lagging, but it's good. Okay, they're saying that they have technical issues. Okay, they're back. It's not just me. Let's stop there for today. Thanks for everyone for being there. We're hoping that this new format is gonna be nice for you guys. And don't hesitate to give us feedback for us to know if we want to keep going with this format or we want to make some adjustments. Hopefully people are gonna be happy about it, but don't forget to share your feedback so we can adjust to make sure everyone's happy. So that's it. Thanks, Shax, for being there. And as a reminder, the tournament server is gonna be open, let's say in 30 minutes. Maybe I'm taking a risk, but normally it should be open. See you later. Enjoy the game. Bye.